Our first Sunday nighter of the season, the Cowboys and Rams from Los Angeles. Let's go. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Rams go on offense for the first time in their brand-new SoFi Stadium, and the man leading the way to christen that new stadium in his 5th season now, quarterback Jared Goff.
Plenty new with the Los Angeles Rams this year. Brand new stadium, brand new uniforms. The lead running back has changed, but Jared Goff is back as the quarterback for his 5th season as the starter here with the Rams. The weapons have changed a little bit on the perimeter, but Jared Goff believes that he's going to get back to his gunslinging ways.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Darrell Henderson, the ball carrier.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Goff's pass. Intended for...
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs.
Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They'll try to throw now. Prescott trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the 1st round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Down by Ja'Kai Polite. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Rams.
They'll throw again. Prescott. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your 1st drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That 1st series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams, nothing.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Goff on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and long. It's Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Not to be lost with all that's going on here with the opening of this beautiful new stadium, but we still have 2 more games to get to tomorrow night before we wrap up week 1. It starts with the Steelers and Giants from MetLife, followed by the late start, Tennessee and Denver in Mile High. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35.
Delaney
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Oh, now he pulls him over. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Is good.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Rams nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's into the hands of Reynolds. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard. So due to time constraints, we move cast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
With the score, Cowboys.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Austin on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Delaney Walker there to make the grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Greg Zuerlein lining up.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. L.A. set to take over again on offense. last time. Not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield, punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Goff. And the open receiver is Robert Woods. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
Goff's pass complete to Tyler.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Woods has it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackles make. The Cowboys 33.
I remember covering Robert Woods in college at USC, and consistent was the word that was always used about him. Maybe we should have added dependable as well. Over 1,100 yards each of the last 2 seasons. This guy studied to be an NFL wide receiver while in college, and has carried that over to the NFL. Pro's pro. This guy plays as hard as anyone in the league.
And 9.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Malcolm Brown, the ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
10 at the 12-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. Things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
1st down, Prescott. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's got a 1st down. Prescott stripped, and now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. It back to right around the 26-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But when you think of the Rams and their passing game, sometimes Robert Woods gets overlooked. But if I told you he led the team in targets for the last 2 years and had 139 last year, would you be surprised? Probably.
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play.
Prescott stripped, and now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Jared Goff sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Johnny Hecker on the...
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Now Austin. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Well, Prescott here to throw. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Goff is going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Brings up
And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. A Shotgun snap for Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing on third. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Goff's pass intended for Robert.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Prescott to throw this time. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.